ma'am and sir.
Impas na.
Okay, let's start. Let's hear from school. Okay, in no particular order. Maminaw ta sa Christmas song ni sa way pagdapig-dapig, Sir Philip John Bihar.
5,000. Wan, ikaw ba na ma'am?
Wala sir, sa walay pagdapig-dapig.
Introduction ng good
Okay,
sir.
okay. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay.
Present na si sir. Very good. Present na ka sir. Okay, next. Ma'am Mary Beth Lagamayo. Asa naman niya akong kauban sa pagtuo? Agroy, wala pa si ma'am. Pero pakantaho na ni siya unya. Next. Ma'am Filien Bienlicious. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Michelle. Hindi lang
Yes,
ako
ma'am.
mag-on
Kabalo ko
okay.
ba tingles, ma'am?
Sige, ano lang. Ito pa akong gata. Ano eh? Ano lang. All I want for Christmas is you. Ooh,
Awara? Ay, ba pa rin naman.
baby. Yun lang.
O,
Present.
diba? Ores ang tanan. Okay. Next. Thank you, ma'am, Feb. Next. Ay, nibalik. We have Hanilyn De La Torre. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Ano ako ingon, kadali.
Ay, lang ingan, ma'am. Kanta lang.
Sige. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. All what's one is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey! Ito lang.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Maria Angelica Armada. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Joy to
Yes,
the
ma'am.
world. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let earth receive. Maulong tumaw.
Thank you, ma'am. Kakit. Okay, next. Ma'am Annie Rose Bocotano. Hi, Ma'am Annie.
Okay ba? So nang kanta. Kay English man sila tanan sa magbisaya ko. Pwede ra ma'am?
Okay. Yes, Ma'am Annie.
Sa janing taknaan. Ulo ko. Dapit sa kahimayaan. Thank you.
How des? Sige. Thank you, ma'am. Next. Sir Alexis B. Subo. Agroy, wala na si Sir Alexis. Asa na si Sir Alexis? Nawala na. Left the group na. Okay, next. Makataw na to na sila later. Next, si Ma'am Arlene B. Arcanado. Good afternoon, ma'am. Wala pa si Ma'am Arlene. Absent. Okay, next. Ma'am Marie Joy De La Torre. Hello.
Ma'am, di ko kabalo
Go, ma'am. Go, ma'am.
We wish you a All ko, ma'am. Ay!
And Happy New Year. Okay. Next, Ma'am Amy Rose Villanueva.
Kay sigla ng gabi, ang lahat ay kay saya. Present po.
Ay, present. Thank you, ma'am. How about Ma'am Maria Teresa S. Lisondra?
OMG!
Go, ma'am.
Sige, go. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, charot!
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, next. Ma'am Arlene Reloba. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon po, ma'am. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, next, Ma'am Juvie Jane Taroja. Ay, murag guba day ang microphone ni Ma'am Juvie Jane. Ma'am, magsayaw na lang daw ka, ma'am. Charot lang. Sige, excuse si Ma'am Juvie Jane. Kay guba yung microphone. Next, Ma'am Laura Jane Ampoyo.
Ay, nakulbaan ko. Sige, wait. Char. Parang gindot ang tingog. Jingle
Laban lang,
bell,
no?
jingle bell, jingle all the way. Char. Parang magkanding, uy.
Okay lang na, ma'am. Laban lang. Inato lang. Inato lang, ma'am. Next, Ma'am Honey Grace Tejada.
Silent night, present ma'am.
Dumaya lang ato, ma'am. Ay, dumagi, ma'am. Okay na to, ma'am. Present. Ma'am Maricor L. Villarobe.
All I want for Christmas is you. Good afternoon po,
Okay,
ma'am.
good afternoon. Next, Ma'am Haniefa T. Amer. Magbagong sulod si Ma'am Haniefa. Hinay ang signal ni Ma'am Haniefa. Sige, pasayloon. Next, Ma'am Cheryl V. Ricarce.
Whenever I see girls and boys selling lanterns on the streets. Walang ma'am.
Ay, thank you, ma'am. Next, Ma'am Charlotte A. Apong. Hello, Ma'am Charlotte. Wala po si Ma'am Charlotte, no? On-site siguro si Ma'am. Next, Ma'am Irene L. Casas.
Oh my God. Let's sing Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. Yun
Ay,
lang.
thank you, Ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Irene. Next, Ma'am Cecilia Dorothy Bayanban. Good afternoon, Ma'am.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hey, good afternoon, Ma'am. Next, Sir Murphy and Efren Jr. Nasaan na si Sir?
The year. Now, I don't know if there'll be
Wag mo si Manas. Ay, Sir,
Joke na
dapat
bitaw
kay
to.
Tony Voice ni
Nara,
Sir.
dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Okay, thank you, Sir. Next, Ma'am Matet Blase.
Ang hapon, ikan binistawag ng tanghalan, walang may nadawat.
Go, Ma'am.
Maligayang Pasko at manigong pagkagtaong sa inyo. Ang hapon po.
Good afternoon, Ma'am. Next, Ma'am Arian Lamoste.
Sure na dyan ni ma'am. Wala ni mo yan.
Yes, Ma'am. Wala na siguro nga.
Sige, you better
Ano yung
watch
VIP ni Ma'am, no?
You better not thought and telling you why Santa Claus is coming to town. Okay, good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, Ma'am. Abi ninyo TIP ni Ma'am, no? Tawag ng pangalan man ni Ma'am. Okay, next, Ma'am Babette A. Albarico.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, Ma'am. Next, Ma'am J. Marie S. Bibat. Ay, wala si Ma'am J. Pag naigilakaw si Ma'am J. Balik ta, kay na si Sir Alexis B. Subo. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Wala gihapon si Sir Alexis. How about Ma'am Arlene Arconado?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So na naman,
Malay ka, ma'am.
okay, huli ng araw, Paskong nagdaan. Yun lang. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, participants. I hope you enjoyed or ano ba na kuan mo na pressure our energizer this afternoon. Okay. Now, to formally start our session this afternoon, allow me to introduce to you our next two discussants who will discuss the flexible learning outcomes. First, we have Ma'am Eda Roldan. She is a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in General Science at Assumption College of Davao, and currently a school head of Quiabaton Elementary School. Second speaker is Ma'am Jocelyn Arenas, took Bachelor of Elementary Education at Holy Cross of Davao College, and currently a school head of Pangyan Elementary School. Good afternoon, Ma'am Eda and Ma'am Jocelyn po.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon po, ma'am.
Magsugod ako, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you may po.
Hi everyone. So bago magsugod no, atag sa kuglit gamayng background sa ko ang experience. Actually 5 years na ko in service sa DepEd, tapos more than a year pa lang ko na school head sa Quiabaton. So today we're going to discuss about flexible learning options. Nakita na, ma'am? Ma'am Rachel, nakita, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Opo, ma'am. Share screen na ka, ma'am.
Okay, kadali lang, ma'am. Kay di ilang chud.
Okay po.
So, flexible learning options. So, deep in the DepEd goals regarding the flexible learning options. That all school-aged children be in school and be recipients of quality education. So, no children will be left behind in terms of achieving or getting quality education. As proficient teachers, we are expected to manage classroom structure to engage learners individually and in groups within a range of physical learning environment. So the objectives of this session explain classroom structure for flexible learning options in engaging learners individually and in groups. Understand and identify the existing programs that exposes FLOs to address learners' needs, whether individual or in groups. Develop learning plan using varied materials, hands-on activities, and strategies that address learners' individual or group needs. Help the FLO learners in preparing their individual learning activity, ILE, plans to show them empathy. So what are the legal basis for this? 1987 Philippine Constitution and Rule 1, Section 1.1 of Republic Act 9155. The Department of Education shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to qualify basic education and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. Emphasis a system of free and compulsory public education in the elementary level and pre-public education and high school level. Philippine education system ma'am ka nag-echo. Philippine education system and sustainable development Dali lang dapat. Philippine Education System and Sustainable Development Goal 2030 particularly SGD number 4, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong opportunities for all. Gusto ko lang makita akong the Department of Education saw it fitting, proper, and timely to institutionalize the alternative delivery mode program to address the learning needs of the marginalized students, including learners at the risk of dropping out. So what is flexible learning? Flexible learning is multi-layered and multifaceted. In its broadest sense, it is a continuum of approaches of terms of time, pace, content, and mode of learning applied in varying degrees. Its overarching purpose is to increase opportunities and options available to learners and give them greater control over their learning through a variety of learning modes and interaction. From the word flexible learning itself. Okay. Any idea? Flexible learning. Anyone? Okay, flexible learning from the word itself, flexible. It can be any means of learning, any possibilities at any possible time and place. So there are different possible ways of learning offered to our learners. It involves different learning modalities that can be self-directed, self-paced learning with minimal teacher supervision. So, pwede ang bata ani nga makapili kung unsa silang oras nga pwede makatuon asa na lugar. Depende kung unsa ang ilang need na dapat nato i-cater. Flexible learning options. Para kay kinsa dining flexible learning options? Para ba ni sa tanan? Flexible learning options. These are alternative ways for those learners who are classified as student at risk of failing and student at risk of dropping. They can also be used for students disengaged from mainstream schooling such as those who are overage, working, or those with financial and family problems. FLOs can take place in or off campus depending on the needs of the learners. So kaning flexible learning option para ni sa mga estudyante nato nga naay possibility na mubagsak or naay possibility na mo drop out. Pwede po ni siyang flexible learning options sa mga overage or nadatrabaho na mga estudyante na ay financial problem or family problems. So what are the challenges? This program will cater different kinds of learners with different concerns at the same time, possibly from multi-grade level Therefore, the teacher needs to be careful in searching for flexible learning materials suited to the needs of every learner. So, kani siya, ang challenge ani niya kay, since lahi-lahi ang level sa bata, multi-grade siya, so lahi-lahi po ang ilang capacity o ang needs na kailangan i-cater nato. So, dapat si teacher, tiyaga yun siya mo buhat o mga learning activity sheets or learning materials na suited jud sa pangangailangan sa isa ka learners or sa isa ka estudyante nato. Clarification. In giving greater control to the learner in the learning process, the learner becomes the manager and facilitator of that processes by building suitable resources or facilitating access. So kung maghatag taog ka ng alternative ways para makatuon ng ato ang mga bata, dapat ang buhaton ni teacher na learning materials is dali lang siya mabasa, dali lang siya ma-explain, dali lang masabtan ang mga choices o ang mga instruction, dapat dali lang siya masabtan kay kaning flexible learning options kay sila na lang ani mo answer sa ilahang module. Paras karon sila na lang man jud ang mo answer sa module. Binatabangan lang sila ang mga parents. So dapat ang buhaton ni teacher, dapat sayon lang jud ang iyahang learning materials nga makaya lang sa bata, maansiran nga siya lang isa. It is not an alternative mode of education but an overarching driving force that provides learners greater choice. So kaning flexible learning options, dili po din siya pwede ipuli sa kanang formal education. Kani siya, ang flexible learning option, intervention lang jud ni siya nga ihatag nato sa mga estudyante nga tabangunon. Kay basig na ay estudyante nga kanang tamad, ay mag-ano lang ko karon silang ko mo eskwela kay kanang mag-ano ra ko, avail lang ko atong flexible learning option na gihatag ni ma'am. So, dili ni siya pwede pangkambyo sa formal education. Pangtabang lang jud ni sa mga learners nga tabangunon. Technology plays a central role in this process. Therefore, flexible learning is not a distinct educational mode but embraces extend and combined number of familiar, existing, and evolving approaches to learning and teaching. So since digital age naman yung karon, so dili na malimit ang access sa learning sa atong mga bata. So let us maximize the use of technology. So, ang flexible learning option, again, ang flexible learning option is para ni sa mga estudyante nga tabangunon, dili ni siya para sa tanan. So, example of applied flexible learning options. This will be discussed by my co-discussant, Ma'am Jo Arenas. Ano, Ma'am Jo?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Mamda. Ano man eh? Yung sa man mo. Atulan. Anak, madunggan ko ato. Hindi ko man day ka din ako dito. Sunod ni. Matingog na ko.
Baba na. Sorry na.
Salamat.
Maka-ignore kita niyo ba?
Kay maayong hapon sa tanan. Good afternoon, everyone. My topic is all of the continuation of Ma'am Eda. The example of applied flaws. So, sa first tayo, e-learning. E-learning is learning utilizing electronic technologies to access educational curriculum outside of a traditional classroom. So, nakahibalo naman yung tatanan kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng traditional classroom. So, aside that one, so, sa noong unang panahon, maraming gumagamit nito no, yung traditional classroom. Pero as of now, so wala na. Kaya daghan naman kayo tag mga technology na ato ang ginagamit. So, learning utilizing electronic technologies to access educational curriculum outside of the traditional classroom. So, traditional classroom, the teacher, ang teacher ang nag-moderates, no? And nag-regulate sa flow of information and knowledge. Yun ang sa traditional way. Pero sa ngayon, so wala na kasi marami na tayong ang mga teachers, marami nang ginagawang activity sheets para sa mga estudyante nila. Unlike sa traditional, si teacher lang talaga lahat-lahat, no? Ang ginagawa ng mga mag-aaral ay nakaupo lang at nakikinig. So this time, so wala na yan siya. So marami na tayong technologies na maaari natin gamitin. So what is e-learning? Definition example, so naibigay na. So it refers to a learning system that we can obtain through the internet using the electronic devices. So kung wala kaayo'y kuryente, parehas mo dito sa pangyan, wala no, pero may iba doon na may portion doon sa amin na may tawag niyan may signal. So doon lahat pumupunta yung mga bata para ma-update po sila sa ilahang mga kinahanglan nun. So, yun po yung sa e-learning. It also called as an online learning or online education kasi more on sa online siya. So, to access the educational material, example, studying online, original term, and electronic learning. So, online course ang tawag din doon. So, next, we are going to pangalawa, no? Blended learning. Pindot lang, okay. Blended learning is a student-centered approach that integrates learning experiences in online and face-to-face environments. This article defines blended learning, discusses its history, and provides suggestions for creating an effective blended learning experience. So, Kung mangyari man ang sa blended learning, may face-to-face na pero sa ngayon wala pa no. So sana magkaroon na tayo ng face-to-face kung papayagan tayo ni President. So yun. Blended learning. It integrates learning experiences in online and face-to-face environment. This article, it defines blended learning, discusses its history, and it provides suggestions for creating an effect blended learning experiences. So like learning delivery of modality. So under the learning continuity plan, ang learning delivery modalities, it allows for a combination of face-to-face and natawag nating modular learning delivery. So next, doon tayo sa computer-assisted learning. Computer-assisted learning, it use of computers to aid or support the education or the training of people. So mostly sa ngayon, especially teachers, students, gumagamit na ng computer in terms of sa mga works nila, sa mga papers and everything, sa mga assignments, no? So, the uses of computers to aid or support the education or the training of people, and also the instructional format where the computer supplements the instructions, the exercises, information, and or the feedback provided. So computer-assisted learning, or matawag din siyang computer-aided learning, which defined as learning through computers with subject-wise, or tinatawag nating learning packages or anything na materials. So computer-assisted learning, or ginatawag na siya ng CAL, no? Ang acronym niya, Computer-Assisted Learning, C for computer, A for assisted, and L for learning. So CAL. Ang computer, or C, it's dynamic development of computer technology. In it, so the learning process is rapidly growing and changing. Ang letter A is assisted. Para asa? To help, to give, and to support or further advance, no, sa mga estudyante. L for learning, different kinds of learning and variety of learning, reinforcing concepts and topics. So yun ang CAL, Computer-Assisted Learning. Lagyan mo kung ano. Manak, bagit lang. Ito. So next is, computer managed instruction. So what do you mean by computer managed instruction? An instructional strategy where the computer is used to provide learning objectives, learning resources, and assessment of learner performance. Computer managed instruction, or CMI, aids the instructor and instructional management without actually doing the teaching. So ang mga teacher mostly, siguro 99% or 100% na nagagamit na jud og computer managed instruction. Siguro sa mga bukid-bukid, murag wala pa kaayo kay walay kuryente. So ang ginagamit lang jud ang mga dili na siya computer on dili. Pero ang ginahimo ana sa balay pa lang sa teacher, nag-download na siya from the computer, then ano to yung ginagamit dito sa eskwelahan. Kay walay kanang kuryente. So pwede man siya makahimo sa balay kay downtown, so doon lang accessible na kaayo ang wifi. So magamit lang gyapon ni teacher, madala gyapon niya dito sa eskwelahan. Then, okay. So, computer managed instruction, the CMI, is an instructional strategy wherein the computer is used to provide learning objectives, learning resources, and assessment of learner performance. So yung sinabi ko nga, ang teacher dili mingon na, ma'am, walay kuryente. So no, you can, magamit nimo siya kung naka sa inyong balay na, kasi uban downtown na gusto. Makagamit siya, makahimo siya sa tanan niya mga himuunon to provide sa mga needs sa bata. Like sa mga tawag na assessment nila, no, exams ug unsa pa diha. So, computer managed instruction is an instructional strategy, learning resources, assessment, so yun na nga, assessment of learner performance. Computer managed instruction o CMI, ano din siya, maka-aids din siya sa instructor in which in the instructional management without the actually doing the teaching. So, yun. Next, number 5 is all about distance education. What is distance education? Institution-based, it is institution-based. Formal education wherein the learning group is separated and where interactive telecommunication system are used to connect learners, resources, and instructor. So, instructed base. So, the telecommunication system are used to connect learners, no, and resources and instructor. Example, modular distance learning. Paghahanda ng mga teachers about sa self-learning sheets, no? And then the printed learning materials, printed learning modules, activity sheets, and iba pa. Meron din tayong modular activity worksheets, activity worksheets. Then, may iba din na pinapagawa ni teacher ng mga portfolios. So, yun. Next is independent learning. What is independent learning? It is when an individual is able to think, act, and pursue their own studies autonomously without the same level of support received from a teacher in school. So, it is a process, no? It is a process or a method and a philosophy of education wherein a learner is acquire knowledge by his or her own, no, efforts and develop the ability for inquiry and critical education. Ability for inquiry and critical education. Referred to us as tawag dito is self-directed learning or autonomous learning. Independent learning, it also referred to us as self-directed learning and autonomous learning. So what is independent learning? It is the ability to take change of one's learning. Independent learning is usually developed over time and gives learners increasing responsibility for work and learning. So it helps them to make informed choices and to take responsibility for deciding what they need to do in order to learn. Next is Next is a multimedia learning. Multimedia learning, it is a form of learning supported by the different sources of information. Example, the text and graphics. which is being handled jointly in order to understand and memorize a given content. Next is on-campus classroom learning. On-campus classroom learning, attending lectures, tutorials, and other classes in school. Lectures that are delivered in a lecture hall or classroom. It is usually using presentations, videos, and other visual platforms. Next is the online learning. What is online learning? It is a way of studying for an internationally recognized qualification without needed to attend classes on campus. It is aimed to those who wish to study for a postgraduate qualification alongside work of other commitments. So yung mga postgraduate, no, yung pwede sila, kung gusto nila na mag-schooling pa, so dito sila gagamit ng online learning. Mostly sa mga postgraduate qualification. Next, the open learning. Open learning is all about a way of studying that allows people to learn where and when they want. So kung ikaw na parent na pag na meaning to say pag maka-afford ka na imong anak ipaskwela nimo sa private, so pwede. Then marami din naman tayong public na na magagaling din yung mga nagtuturo like sa USEP. Kaya lang din is nosebleed jud ka sa USEP kay mura nga lang yung tuition fee, pero yun nga, pero marami ka namang matutunan. From iba naman nag-schooling doon sa mga kilalang mga eskwelahan, no, na maka-afford din sila. So kung ang dili kayo ka-afford, sa public school lang ta. Okay, next. Resource-based learning. Ang resource-based learning, it is an approach to pedagogy which actively involves students, teachers, and resource providers and the application of a range of resources, both human and non-human, in the learning areas. Natin pa. Asa naman ko ani Ma'am Da? Nawa na ko Ma'am Da. Sa ganito ganina. Pila man nila kabuok Ma'am Da? May isa kanya. Online naman na. Open. Baka na open. So next slide is open learning. Open learning, it is a way of studying that allows people to learn where and when they want. So kani siyang open learning. So sa ato diri, depende na sa to kung makaya natin no kung asa gusto mo eskwela. So open learning, madawat man yung tatanan kung asa ka gusto magpa-enroll. Kung let's say may kaya ng parents mo na makapaskwela sa Ateneo, so pwede. Then kung wala, so meron man tayong public school, no? So doon tayo, open learning, a way of studying that allows people to learn where and when they want. Kung asan lang gusto, so pwede kaayo. Depende po sa makayanan ng parents. So anyway, ang education man is free, no? For free. Naman ta sa public na may hinahinaya po ang mga public kay di ko ba basta-basta no. So, katulad ng USEP. So, walay reason na moana ang namang good me napod ko yung na ano no, ako lang siyang i-share sa inyo na kanang sa far-flung area man. So, na ako yung na-istorya to na kanang bata na kanang warag idala na pud siya. So, wala, anak ko, yan, anong wala man ka nag-eskwela ani na ano yan, siya, tungod daw kay sa kawadon. So, nakay for free naman ang education mo niya. Pwede pa ka sa ALS. So, ginaginaano na ko siya na mag-eskwela sa ALS. So, walay reason. Dili po siya rason na sa mga ginikanan na dili pa eskwelahon ang bata kay tungod walay kwarta. So, dili no, kay for free na ba yung education. So, kaduha pa, bisig ang parent, kita nga parent, ato ba ng obligasyon na paeskwelahan atong anak. So, for free. Namang pay free siguro sa college, no, sa USEP. Then, sa pagkahuman na, diyan na lang siya ipunan sa mama. Kung gusto niya mag-doctorate sa bata. So, walay reason na kanang walay kwarta, dili rason ang walay kwarta, no, sa kay 1 month for free man ang education. So, yon. Next is resource-based learning. Nibalik naman yata ko. Resource-based learning, an approach wherein to, wala pa man ako man. Wala pa? Which actively involves students, teachers, and resource providers in the application of a range of resources, both human and non-human, in the learning process. So next, tele-teaching. What is tele-teaching? It is a long-distance teaching by electronic means. So, unsa man to mga electronic means nato, like computer, like tablets, laptops. So, yun. Yun mga electronic means. So, wala na dito tay rason na wala dili ko mag-eskwela kay kuan ingon ani. Kanang lisod kay kuan ingon ani, no? So, dili na. So, long distance teaching may by electronic means. So, pwede kayo siya magamit. Kung walay computer, pwede po na tablet or cellphone. So next, virtual learning. It is a system for delivering learning materials to students through the internet. This system includes the assessment, tracking, student tracking, and collaboration and communication tools. So virtual learning, yun naman yung mostly ito na yung ginagamit natin, no, yung virtual learning. So doon na magbigay si teacher ng mga assessment na kung saan sasagutan ni bata. Then i-track ni teacher ang student. Then collaboration and communication tools. So yun na. So ginagamit na natin ito ngayon, no? Kahit nga sa pangyan, may ganito na rin virtual learning. Kawawa lang din yung mga estudyante kasi umaakyat pa sila sa bundok para makakuha lang ng signal. And sometimes wala jud signal, no, labaw lang mag-ulan-ulan. So, luwi kayo si bata kay kung naay mga answerana, naay mga assignments, dili kayo siya makahatag or ma-miss niya to na date ilahang virtual. So next is ito. Simulated activity. So gagawin natin ito ha. Ang direction is use your meeting notebook or a clean paper and answer the following items with your personal thoughts. on this certain situation, especially in addressing the needs of your students. So katong mga teacher naman tatanan no, so na natin experience. Pero napat may mga pudbaya to baguhan. So kung baguhan, sige, ato na lang i-apply kung what if, ingon ani ang scenario. So ana na lang siguro para maka-answer ta. Kaya murag na po yung mga baguhan yata diri na wala pa jud ka try. Pero siguro nakatry na sila sa private school. So wala na yung reason, no? So muna siya ang himuon karon. Asa na ako nag-undang? Especially in addressing the needs of your students. So, you choose a partner and share your suggested flexible learning strategy. So, ang himuon mo is flexible learning strategy. Yung sa imong himuon. Be ready to act it in front of the group. Himuon, gina nila ganda. Then, ikaduha, how would you challenge your student? No. Number 1 pa. A student accidentally got pregnant and decided to discontinue her education. So, unsay imong himuon? Unsay imong himuon na strategy? Then, ikaduha. How would you challenge your student who is about to drop his classes because of financial problems? So, kani, murag bugat ni. Okay, kuha naman siya, financial problems, no? So, muna nato na siya og activity. Then, pangatlo, a higher gifted student manifest behavioral problems and has a poor attendance record. So, ito yung bata na highly gifted, siguro special siya, no? Nag-manifest siya ang behavioral problems, kanang sigurong, let's say, namang yung mga bata na kanang sa balay sila, dili kayo sila ginakuan sa ilang parents, strict ilang parents, pag-abot sa school, dito na niya igawas iyahang mga let's say, iyahang attitude, no? So, naka-encounter po ko sa private na nakabutan sa bata. Then, pag-abot sa dahil dito, kaya di siya ingon, Mga ginahimo niya og outlet ang school kay wala iyang mama dito, wala makabadlong sa iyaha. So, unlike, ngayon nga instances. So, yun, how would you challenge your student who is about to drop his classes because of the financial? So, nakabutang niya diri, financial problem. So, paano mo siya tawag niyan, na para hindi siya mag-drop sa klase niya, para mapadayo ng iyang pagskwela. Anong gagawin natin dito? So, pangatlo, a highly gifted student. So, yun na nga, yung para siyang highly gifted, mag-special, special child, no, na nag-manifest siya. Sobra na siya ka-bright. Tapos yung mga inunana. So, sa himuon na to, a highly gifted student manifests behavioral problems and has a poor attendance record. Nga kaya? Sige siya absent. Pero bright siya. So, unsay himuon ni teacher unsay best nato na himuon. So, pilay kaya nato 10 minutes? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Padunggan ko ninyo. 5 minutes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Kaya? Okay, 5 minutes po. Sige, 5 minutes. Wait muna, meron pa isang slide. Ano to? Wala na. So, yun lang po. Gagawa natin ng action. Let's say, ganito ang scenario. No, a student accidentally got pregnant and decided to discontinue her education. Anong gawin mo? Then, how would you challenge your student who is about to drop his classes because of financial problems? And then, third, a highly gifted student manifests behavioral problems and has a poor attendance record. So, 5 minutes po, gagawan po natin. Ma'am Rachel, pwede po ipa-ano yung time?
Yes, ma'am. Opo, ma'am. Sige, ma'am. Opo. 5 minutes, ma'am, na.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Opo, ma'am. Wait lang, ma'am.
Hello po?
Hello, ma'am. Madungog ko.
Nadunggan ko.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Madungog ba ko, participants?
Yes po,
Yes,
ma'am. Madunggan mo duha.
Yes po, ma'am.
Ah, okay. Murag dili makadungog si ma'am. Ang volume siguro sa iyahang cellphone or device.
So, question, ito po. Use your meeting notebook or a clean paper and answer the following items with your personal thoughts on these certain situations. So, especially in addressing the needs of your students. So, you choose a partner and share your suggested flexible learning strategy and be ready to act it in front of the group. Okay,
Excuse
number
me, ma'am.
1, a student accidentally got pregnant and decided to discontinue her education. Second, how would you challenge your student who is about to drop his classes because of financial problems? And last, a highly gifted student manifests behavioral problems and has a poor attendance record. So ano pong gagawin natin dito? So,
Excuse me,
5
ma'am.
minutes, kaya po mga ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, hindi ko po marinig. Di man dugay.
Dili madungog, ma'am.
Po?
Ma'am, sa kuan, baka ni
Kayo
sa inyo
madungog.
Ha? Nadunggan ko, teachers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hindi lagi madungog.
Sa imo ha, ma'am.
Ano? Ay. Sula ko nadunggan ganina.
Ganina naman, madunggan ka, ma'am.
Ay, sorry po. Ayun po ang gagawin natin, ma'am.
Ma'am, ako'y kuan, ma'am, ba kay lisod magud siya, ma'am, kay partner magud siya.
Oh, lisod gani siya, ma'am.
Kanina
Ma'am,
lang,
sa
ma'am.
tingin mo, ani, ma'am,
Ma'am,
Eda?
ako'y suggestion, ma'am, since
Opo.
by partner man, no? So, akong kuan suggestion, ma'am, na pwede individual activity na lang siya as homework activity. Tapos,
homework?
Okay, para dito
Opo.
na matikan, ma'am, para sa amo ang
individual.
portfolio. individual na lang, ma'am.
Opo,
Tapos,
sige. Okay
ang
po,
output
ma'am.
ani, ma'am, is i-check man ninyo, ma'am, kay butang mo na mo ni sa district. So, dito na lang ang output na mo ibutang as individual
Opo.
activity.
So, individual ang paghimo, ani.
Kay
So,
lisod
okay,
man ang partner,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Copy po. Oh, maglisod jud dai mo ma'am og partner kay dili ba yo parehag resident or what, magkita-kita pa mo. So individual na lang jud ni siya, ma'am.
O, as homework activity na lang, ma'am. Para sa among portfolio.
Ay sir, ikaw din na sir, sorry.
Yes,
Sorry
ma'am.
po. So okay na tani. So mapasa ni by next week.
Mag-schedule lang kung ano nila, ma'am. Ano sa
Okay,
ipasa.
sige po. Thank you. Kani wala na.
Thank you, Ma'am Eda and Ma'am Jocelyn Arenas, for sharing your knowledge to all of us. Participants, any area of concerns for clarifications to our speakers po? Wala.
Mamida.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, ang among output mama dito sa district ma'am mo ibutang ma'am ha. Tapos na mo yung mga box dito naka-label. So dito lang yung kuhaon for checking ma'am.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir. Copy.
Okay na, Sir Murphy?
Yes po.
Sir, since dili discuss si Sir Sherwin karon sir kay naa siya gilakaw importante po. So mag-end na ta, sir?
O patra man ang kuan karon ma'am, discussant ma'am.
No, sir. Additional si Sir Sherwin Saludo po. Pero dili gihapon siya maka-discuss po.
Wala lagi sa kuan sa group chat na isa.
Naa, sir. Nag-additional si Sir Jimboy.
Okay. Pero di gihapon siya.
Ay, opo. So next week na lang siya. Opo. Any announcement, sir?
Ani na lang. Dagham ko ng ang module 3. So humano na nato ang module 2, ato lang ni ipasa para mag-focus na lang ta sa module 3. Okay lang sa inyo ha.
Any suggestions, mga ma'am, sir?
And deadline, sir.
I-post na lang ang deadline. Yes, Sir Philip.
Nag-post na ba o ka ng module 3 sa ato ang PIT nga so wala ko kakita pumanggod.
Module 3
Naka-post na, sir. Naka-post na si Ma'am Arlene.
Yes, sir. Si Ma'am Arlene, dugay na to.
Yes, sir. Hanggang 7 na po yun.
Ma'am Arlene ang inko na to.
Sige,
Bakit na lang na mga maman, sir?
Bakit lang ako. So, mali ako ang download mga pangalan ako na download.
So, ang atong buhaton na is advance na lang tag-print out sa mga module. Kaya ako po nag-advance ko para kung maglisod na magtanaw sa kuan sa monitor natay hard copy. Guide ta. So, i-post lang ako ang deadline sa pag-comply sa kuan or ipasa na to sa district ang module 2. Medyo daghan mo ko ang module 3 gitan-aw na ko. So, para mag-focus na jud ta. Okay lang.
Yes, sir.
Yes, po.
Ano sa deadline sa module 2, sir?
Mag-kuan lang ko, mag-announce lang ko sa GC, ha?
Thank you po.
Si Ma'am Charlotte? Ma'am Charlotte Apog.
Sir, more on site si Ma'am Charlotte Apog, sir.
Sige. Siya mo ko sa kuan mag-change og label dito. Sige lang, mag-post lang ko sa atong GC when ang kuan deadline sa passing. Ha?
Opo.
Yes, sir.
Sir Philip.
Yes, ma'am.
Ay, pasahan lang tika sa mga module, sir. Namo ko'y copy. Ano man ako gi-save to. Salamat.
Sige, salamat kay katutanan, ma'am. Salamat kayo,
Opo.
ma'am.
Opo. Ay, Ma'am Richelle.
Yes, sir.
Namo ko base ng uban ba wala nakapil karon kay nay mga important kuan ba gilakaw.
Yes,
Forward
sir.
na sa GC ang kuan record nga link para
Okay
ma-review
po.
pa nila.
Noted, sir. Naa pa, Sir Murphy?
Wala na po.
Okay. May I request everyone, before the makalimot, no, please open your cam together with our two speakers. Ma'am. Picture na po. Dato mga smile, oy. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Isa pa. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Smiles for Philip.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye all.
Thank you po sa lahat.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kadit
Bye.
lang, sir. Kadit lang, sir. Sir Murphy. Excited kay Sir Murphy.
Sa man.
Kadit lang, sir.
Ay, wala pa di. Ay, sorry.
Okay, again, thank you so much to our beloved speakers. Indeed, the learnings that you imparted to us this day has a big impact and help us newbies in the service. Again, this is Rachel Revilla, your moderator, together with assistance of the Technical Working Group, Sir Philip John Mondihar and Ma'am Maribeth Lagamayo. To conclude, let's have our closing prayer to uplift us spiritually, and this will through audio-visual presentation.
When the oceans rise and thunders roll,
Okay na po. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
thank
everyone.
you.
Bye po.
See you
Bye.
next week
Thank
po.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye, ma'am.